10 things your dog hates, but won't tell you. You love your dog, right? You'd do anything for them. But sometimes, without even realizing it, we humans do things that drive our furry friends crazy. Don't worry, I'm here to help you understand. In this video, we're diving deep into the top 10 things dogs absolutely hate that their humans do. We'll uncover the why behind these canine pet peeves, because when you understand your dog's behavior, you strengthen your bond and create a happier life together. So get ready to see the world through your dog's eyes. You might be surprised at what you discover. You see your dog, their tails wagging, and you can't help but feel a surge of love and affection. It's a natural reaction to want to express that love physically. You feel that surge of love, and you want to give them a big hug. It feels like the most genuine way to show your affection, right? But for your dog, that hug might be sending a very different message. While you see it as a gesture of love, your dog might interpret it quite differently. Dogs are cursorial hunters by nature, meaning they are designed to chase and run. Their bodies are built for speed and agility, not for being confined. Their instinct is to feel free and unrestricted. When you hug them tightly, it can feel like a trap, making them anxious and uncomfortable. A tight hug, even one given with love, can feel confining and even threatening to a dog. Imagine being in a situation where you can't move freely. It's unsettling, isn't it? That's exactly how your dog feels. They might stiffen up, tuck their tail, or even show the whites of their eyes, all signs of stress and discomfort. Imagine being surrounded, your movement restricted. It's not a pleasant feeling, and it's the same for your dog. They might stiffen up, tuck their tail, or even show the whites of their eyes, all signs of stress. These are clear indicators that your dog is not enjoying the hug. Some dogs tolerate hugs more than others, especially if they've been conditioned to it from a young age. However, this doesn't mean they enjoy it. Even if your dog seems to tolerate hugs, it's crucial to watch their body language. Subtle signs can tell you a lot about how they're really feeling. Instead of a hug, try a gentle pat on the chest or a scratch behind the ears. These gestures are less confining and more enjoyable for your dog. A gentle pat on the chest or a scratch behind the ears can be just as affectionate and are often more appreciated by your dog. These are signs of affection your dog will appreciate. They allow your dog to feel loved without feeling trapped or confined. So next time you feel that surge of love, remember, a gentle touch can go a long way in making your dog feel safe and cherished. In the human world, eye contact is polite, a way to show you're listening and engaged in the conversation. But in the canine world, direct prolonged staring is considered a threat. Dogs interpret this behavior very differently. Think about it. When dogs are about to fight, what do? They lock eyes. It's a challenge, a way to assert dominance. So when you stare at your dog, especially if you're looming over them, you might be unintentionally sending a signal of aggression. This can make your dog feel threatened and anxious. This doesn't mean you can never look at your dog. Eye contact can be a positive experience if done correctly. Relaxed, soft eye contact is perfectly fine. It's a way to bond and show affection. It's the intense, unwavering stare that makes them uncomfortable. This kind of stare can be perceived as a threat or a challenge. If you want to connect with your dog through eye contact, try looking at them sideways. This is less confrontational and more soothing for them. Or glancing at them and then looking away. This shows you're friendly and not a threat. This shows you're not a threat and can actually build trust. Understanding your dog's body language and signals can strengthen your bond and make your interactions more positive. We all have lives outside our dogs, I understand. Work, errands, social obligations, these are realities. But dogs are social animals, pack animals. Being alone for long stretches goes against their very nature. Imagine being left completely alone day after day with no interaction, no stimulation. You'd get bored, lonely, maybe even depressed. It's the same for your dog. Long-term confinement or isolation can lead to separation anxiety, destructive behavior, even health problems. Now, I'm not saying you can never leave your house, but be mindful of the time your dog spends alone. If you have to be gone for extended periods, consider a dog walker, a pet sitter, or even doggy daycare. Chapter 4. Sound the alarm. Why loud noises send dogs running. That booming thunderstorm, the roar of fireworks, the siren blaring from a passing ambulance. These sounds are amplified for your dog. Dogs have a far more acute sense of hearing than we do. They can hear frequencies and volumes that are beyond our range. What's loud for us is often painful for them. Imagine the discomfort you feel when you hear nails on a chalkboard or a high-pitched whistle. Think about how you feel when you hear nails on a chalkboard. That's how intense certain sounds are for your dog. It triggers a fear response, a primal instinct to flee or hide. This reaction is deeply ingrained in their nature. It's a survival mechanism that has been passed down through generations. During these times, it's crucial to be understanding. Your dog isn't being difficult, they're genuinely scared. Don't punish your dog for being scared. Instead, create a safe space for them, a den-like area where they can feel secure. Comfort them with gentle words and soothing actions. This can help them feel more at ease. Instead, create a safe space for them, a den-like area where they can feel secure. Providing them with their favorite toys or blankets can also be comforting. Remember, your understanding and patience can make a world of difference for your furry friend. Chapter 5. Dinner time is sacred. Why you shouldn't disturb a dog's meal. You wouldn't want someone hovering over you bothering you while you're trying to eat, would you? It's the same for your dog. Mealtime is a primal experience, and interrupting it can create anxiety and even lead to food aggression. In the wild, a dog might have to protect their food from rivals. So when you reach for their bowl while they're eating, you're triggering that instinctual response. The key is to teach your dog that you're not a threat to their food. You can do this by approaching their bowl calmly, maybe even adding a tasty treat to it while they're eating. Chapter 6. Fashion faux pas. Why most dogs hate clothes. Those tiny sweaters and adorable costumes might seem cute to us, but for many dogs, they're nothing short of torture. Dogs experience the world through their senses: smell, sound, touch. Clothes interfere with these senses, creating confusion and discomfort. Imagine being wrapped in layers of fabric, unable to move freely or smell the world around you. That's what it's like for a dog in clothes. Now there are exceptions. Some dogs, especially small breeds, might need a coat in cold weather, but in general it's best to let your dog be a dog and enjoy their natural state. Chapter 7. Wake-up call. Why abrupt awakenings are a no-no. Imagine being jolted awake from a sound sleep. It's disorienting, right? Now imagine experiencing that with the heightened senses of a dog. Not a pleasant feeling. When you wake your dog suddenly, especially from a deep sleep, you trigger their startle reflex. They might react defensively, barking, growling, even snapping. The key is to wake them gently, approach calmly, speak softly, and let them wake up naturally. Chapter 8. Forced friendliness. Why not all dogs like to party? Not every dog is a social butterfly. Just like people, some dogs are introverted, some are anxious, and some simply prefer their own company. Forcing these dogs to interact with others can be stressful and even dangerous. Imagine being thrown into a party where you don't know anyone, and you're not comfortable. You'd probably want to leave, right? It's the same for your dog. Pay attention to their body language. Are they showing signs of stress, tail tucked, panting, yawning excessively? If so, give them space. Chapter 9. Scrub-a-dub-dub. Why too many baths can be bad. We all want our dogs to smell fresh and clean, but bathing them too often can actually do more harm than good. Dogs have natural oils that protect their skin and coat. Excessive bathing strips away these oils, leaving their skin dry, itchy, and prone to irritation. Think about how your skin feels after a long hot shower. Now, imagine that feeling amplified. That's what it's like for a dog who's bathed too often. Unless your dog has a specific skin condition or has rolled in something truly foul, a bath every few months is usually sufficient. Chapter 10. Tough love doesn't translate. Why harsh scolding backfires. Dogs live in the moment. They don't understand punishment after the fact. So when you scold them harshly for something they did hours ago, all they understand is that you're angry. This creates fear and anxiety, damaging your bond. Imagine being yelled at for something you did hours ago, something you don't even remember doing. Confusing, right? That's how your dog feels. Instead of punishment, focus on positive reinforcement. Reward the behaviors you want to see and redirect unwanted behaviors calmly and consistently. Outro. Listen to your dog. So there you have it, 10 common things dogs hate that their humans do. Remember, our furry friends might not be able to tell us in words what bothers them, but their body language speaks volumes. By being mindful of these behaviors and making a conscious effort to understand the world from their perspective, we can strengthen our bond with our dogs and create a happier, more harmonious life together. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more tips on how to live a fulfilling life with your canine companion.